What's going on, everybody? It's the 8th Ocean. Today, we've got a new football review on the Nike SuperBad 4s. Now, these were my season gloves from my freshman year. I wore them playing linebacker, and they're beautiful. These are one of my favorite gloves I've ever used. So, a few features about the SuperBad 4s. As you can tell, there's a ton of padding. So I recommend these for, linebackers, especially. That's the main position. Maybe tight ends, running backs, and even some D linemen would prefer these over, your just generic receiver glove. So first thing I want to talk about when I talk about the SuperBad 4s is the padding. It's actually really protective. Like, it may not seem like it. I'm punching pretty hard. And this padding, it helps a lot. Playing linebacker, you're always in the mix of things, in the middle of the play. And I never really felt my hands hurting that much. The only time I did was when I got hit here, which was, someone landed on top of it, but there's nothing you're going to be able to do about that. So the protection is absolutely beautiful with these gloves. It's not like, a Vapor Jet 3, where it's a receiver glove with no padding on it. These are padded, and they're going to help you a lot in terms of protection. So the next thing I want to talk about is fit. I wear a large in Nike size, and they do run true to size. They're really good fitting. These are every glove that I've ever had, the pinky can be pushed down a little bit like that, but that's the only problem. Other than that, the glove fits absolutely perfectly on all the fingers. It does come down a little bit further than most gloves. Most gloves will come to about where this thing starts, or where the Velcro starts anyway. And these are a little bit longer to keep it fitting on your hand a little bit better, which I do like. But at the same time, I don't, because it's not as much mobility in your wrist, which we'll talk about later. Anyway, so the fitting of these gloves is really good, and I'm absolutely stoked to have these gloves still, because I may still use these gloves even though I used them for a full season, which was my freshman year. If I didn't say that already, I think I did. They're just great. I love these gloves. The only thing about fitting is when you do that, you do get this little crease in there, but that's because of all the padding. Anyway, so fit, they're really good, probably a 9 out of 10 if I was to rate it on a scale of 10. So the grip and ball feel, I put those into one category when I do that. These, like I said, full season, and they're still sticking pretty good. The grip is very long lasting, and that's something that's really important. Also, at linebackers, sometimes you'll have to grab onto someone's jersey. It helps a lot with that, too. I noticed, because I had to do that a few times. These gloves are really, really good in every aspect of that. So in terms of the grip, it's perfect for catching the ball. They're basically an all-around glove. Depending, you can wear these gloves at any position. Even I've seen some offensive linemen with receiver gloves because they're just padded, and they didn't want to buy the Hyper Beasts or whatever. I think that's what they're called. But yeah, so in terms of grip, probably for being the glove that they are, probably an 8 out of 10. So durability, full season's worth. And the only thing that I'm really experiencing is things like this, things that are pulling off, and that's about it. Now it's pulled out. But that's really the only thing that I'm seeing. Obviously, the grip is starting to go away on the fingertips, but that's normal. That happens with every single glove that you'll buy. But, these things are really long-lasting. They have lasted very long, still no rips, nothing. That's one of my favorite parts about these, is they're going to last you super long. And that's one of my favorite parts about it, because a lot of the gloves that you get, you'll get a glove like the Vapor Knits, which there's a review coming soon on these, by the way, too. They're super thin. They'll tear easy. These won't rip. Sorry. It's absolutely incredible. These are probably the best manufactured gloves that they've ever made because they're not going to break. They're very durable, and that's one of my favorite parts about them. So in terms of durability, I give them a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that could last, if these do last longer than 2 seasons, it'll be a 10. So there's that. Now, ventilation. They're padded glove. That's the worst part about the glove. You can't, here, let me take it off for a sec. You can't see through this in any terms of it. Like on the inside, it's complete padding. This is part of the padding, by the way. The padding on the inside makes it so that these gloves don't vent pretty much at all, honestly. They're the worst venting gloves I've ever had, which, yeah, it's a downfall, but it doesn't really bother me like it does some like receivers and corners and stuff. I'm okay with my hands being sweaty because I'm used to it. But yeah, in terms of ventilation, I gave them a 4 out of 10 because it's absolutely terrible. And these fingers, the fingertips, they've got these little white dots or black dots in them. Those don't do anything. They don't. I wish they did, but like I can feel that a teeny bit. But yeah, ventilation is the absolute worst part about these gloves. But if you don't really care about ventilation, then go out and get these gloves because they're absolutely incredible. Now the absolute last thing I'm going to talk about is the design. These gloves are beautiful. I mean, they've got, this weird dotted, like white dotted thing going on. The padding actually looks pretty cool. And then the Nike sign is huge, which is one of my favorite things. I love it when my Nike sign on anything that I get Nike is big, because the bigger the better. But that, and then I like to do this sometimes. Looks like bull horns. I'll be sitting there, yeah. Anyway, disregard that. Anyway, so these, in terms of design, are absolutely beautiful. And then the palm design is different on these. It says Nike, and then it's got this. I don't remember what this brand is called that teamed with Nike, but yeah, the design is awesome on these, and it's one of my favorite parts about it too. These are probably my third favorite design behind these. These are number 1, the Vapor Nets, and then the Vapor Jet 3s are definitely the number 2 because those have so many colors. But anyway, off topic. That's going to be it for today's review, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell so you get notified whenever I upload. Comment, please, guys. Tell me what you want to see next. Got the Vapor Knits, got Vapor Jet 3s, I got Vapor Jet 4s. I've got more things that I can review if you guys want to see it. So please tell me what you want to see. That's going to be it, though, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.